This one hurts. Caps lose 3-2 against the Tampa Bay Lightning and have dropped their first game in regulation this season and end the point streak to begin the season. And let's be honest, that was a pretty damn good point streak. A franchise record-setting point streak, I think. Points in 8 straight games to start the season, that's pretty good. But before we get into why the Caps lost this game, and trust me, I have plenty to say about this game, just meander on down there and hit that like button for me real quick. And if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe to the channel because I do a video after every single game. There's a lot of content to come and you're going to want to come back to check it out. Okay, so yes, I have a lot to say about this game, but my goal this season was to keep my videos a little bit shorter than they started getting at the end of last season. Nobody wants to watch a 15-minute video about your team losing to the Tampa Bay Lightning. And even though I could probably talk 30 minutes, an hour about why the Caps lost this game and everything that went wrong in this game and everything the Caps could have done to end up winning this game, we just want to highlight the points that the Caps need to work on down the road so they can start getting better as a team. And the answer is not a lot of things. The Caps actually had really good 5-on-5 play in this game, but they ran into a stone wall called Vasilevsky. Andrei Vasilevsky is the only reason the Caps lost this game. The Tampa Bay Lightning actually aren't that good of a team.
Say what?
Yeah, I said it, and I understand the irony of saying that the back-to-back reigning Stanley Cup champions are not good. That's not lost on me. But in this game, the Tampa Bay Lightning just showed that they are actually a pretty slow, pretty sloppy defensive team. And then when you take Nikita Kucherov out of the equation, they get even worse, especially in the first period. I mean, the first period alone, it could have been 4-0 Caps. But the Caps weren't able to get anything past Andrei Vasilevsky, and that's because they didn't move him at all. There's a reason Vasilevsky is the best goaltender in the league, and that's because when it's one-on-one and he has nothing else to worry about, he's gonna stop you 99% of the time, or 93.9% of the time, as was the case in this game. And then when you take a really good goaltender and you put him at the peak of his game when he's seeing shots through 3 or 4 different people and still making the save, there's only one way to beat a goaltender like that, and that is to move him around left to right and put him down. And the only way to make that happen is to get someone up in his face, and nobody was willing to actually throw him off his game and get in his crease and create havoc in front. The good news is the Caps were able to put another power play goal on the board, and it was on their 4th attempt, but we're not even going to get into that. But the reason they scored is because Connor Sheary is down in front and willing to go to the crease and make something happen down there. Go figure, you leave it to the smallest guy on the team to get in Vasilevsky's face, and he is rewarded for that. Take note, all you 6'3", 6'4", 6'5", 6'6" guys in the lineup, the smallest dude at 5'9" is the guy to get in the crease and score the goal. Take your notebooks out, write it down, there's something there. But outside of not being able to create havoc in front of Vasilevsky, the Caps game was lost, in my opinion, in the faceoff dot. I think outside of a bad power play not converting, a loss in the faceoff dot is my next biggest pet peeve on a stat sheet. The Caps won 43% of the faceoffs in this game to the 57% for the Tampa Bay Lightning. And while at first look that doesn't seem like the biggest differential there could ever be, it made a big difference in this game. Case in point, the Tampa Bay Lightning's first goal. And unfortunately, it comes down to inexperience. Welcome to the NHL, Protoss. This goal's on you. And it's kind of just he's flustered in the situation of the play. Look, the linesman resets the faceoff and Protoss says, oh, I'm getting kicked from the dot. Oh, wait, I'm not getting kicked from the dot. Let's do a faceoff. By that point, it's dropped, it's lost. He's not able to pick up Cirelli, who gets the puck going to the net, and he passes it over to Killorn. It's in the back of the net. It happens for Protoss in the blink of an eye, and it's all because he was flustered on the faceoff, not knowing if he was kicked out, coming back in, losing the draw, not being able to pick up this man. That's center on center. Cirelli gets the puck. You have to mark that man on the faceoff. Protoss is 6'6", 225 pounds. He is a massive dude. He should be able to mark Cirelli, no problem. Cirelli has no business getting that puck and getting to the net. And Vanecek has to respect the shot because he's right in front of him. And Killorn is unmarked on the other side. It's a comedy of errors that comes from the loss of the faceoff. Lars Eller was the only center for the Washington Capitals above 50%. He finished at around 62%. Kuznetsov finished faceoff percentage at 35%. And McMichael and Protas, 20%. 20%? But going back to what I said at the beginning of the video, this all comes down to this game being stolen. Andrei Vasilevskiy, the reigning Conn Smythe Trophy winner, the reigning MVP of the NHL playoffs, stole this game for the Tampa Bay Lightning. And you won't convince me otherwise. The Caps played a very good 5-on-5 game, outshooting the Tampa Bay Lightning, getting plenty of chances. They converted on a power play. That's usually an equation that equals out to a win. But when you run into the stone wall called Vasilevskiy, and when you give up at least one goal, that was very, very bad. That Braden Point goal, that should never happen. Both defenders get caught in the logo of the Tampa Bay Lightning at center ice. This should never happen. This is what causes goals, and Braden Point is extremely fast. He gets the puck in transition, and this is a time where you really want your goaltender to make that save, and Vanecek's not able to make the save. The 5-on-3 goal, kind of a fluke. That puck was not intended to be sent to Cirelli down in front. That puck was intended to go cross ice through the seam to Stamkos. Carlson's stick kind of blunts it a little bit. It happens to fall right into Cirelli, and he's able to bat it home. And then the first goal we already talked about, Protas being flustered, losing the draw, not picking his man, etc., etc. There's a reason for all of these instances. And all this wouldn't have mattered as much if they were able to score 5-on-5, but because they're not able to score 5-on-5, they're not able to win the game, and that makes these small mistakes seem like much bigger mistakes. I mean, just think about it. If the game is 3-0 when Killorn scores that goal, is the face-off loss gonna mean as much? Probably not. If the game is 5-2 when Braden Point is sent the other way in transition on bad defensive structure, is it going to mean as much? Probably not, because at the end of the day, you would have won the game, but because you lost, those small mistakes are amplified, and I get to yell about it into a camera. This just comes down to a game being stolen. Props to the Tampa Bay Lightning for having the big cat in net. He has stolen many, many games from them in the past, and he's won back-to-back championships for them in the past, and he will continue to steal games because he's just that good. But the Caps need to learn. The Caps need to understand, if you're not able to beat a goaltender one-on-one, or he's seeing pucks through 4-man screens and still being able to shoulder them off with just minutes left in the game, there's only one other way to beat him, and that's to throw him off his game. That's to get in his crease and make him chaos. Just create havoc. Just scramble in front. Throw dudes in front of him, a lot of your big guys crash the net, and you'll end up smacking in rebounds. You'll end up smacking in second and third chances. That's the only way you're gonna score on a goaltender like Andrei Vasilevskiy when he is on his game. Thanks for joining me on this episode. If you liked the episode, please consider hitting that like button. It promotes the channel and helps recommend content to other Caps fans who might enjoy these videos. And if you enjoyed your time here, please consider subscribing to the channel. I'd love to see you come back. Like I said at the beginning, there's always more content to come. And as always, Caps fans, let's go Caps!